With unemployment at its lowest level in 16 years, Fed Chair Janet Yellen says the U.S. economy no longer needs as much help from the central bank.
Our decision to make another gradual reduction in the amount of policy accommodation reflects the progress the economy has made and is expected to make toward maximum employment and price stability objectives.
Fed monetary policy took interest rates to record lows after the financial crisis in a bid to stabilize the U.S. economy. While the effort appears to have worked, the latest rate hike, the second this year, will mean higher borrowing costs for consumers, says Bankrate.com's Greg McBride on Skype.
What that means is if you have credit card debt, the rate you're paying on your credit card this summer is going to be a full percentage point higher than it was on that credit card 2 summers ago.
But others say higher borrowing costs will not be a significant drag on the economy.
Consumer spending remains pretty good. The fundamentals are very solid. We have more jobs. We have rising wages. And, interest rates, although they have moved a bit higher, they're still very low on a historical basis.
While the increase in the federal funds rate, or the rate the central bank charges other banks on overnight loans, had been widely anticipated, a slowdown in consumer spending last month, weak economic growth, and stubbornly low inflation makes a third rate hike this year less certain.
I think that this rate hike today, totally, in line with expectations, but to continue to raise rates, I think mandates that we do see some better growth from the economy, better growth in terms of wages and consumer spending, and perhaps most significantly of all, got to see a turnaround in those inflation numbers.
The Fed projects inflation will reach its target of 2% later this year and the economy to grow at a 2.2% annual pace. If the projection holds, the Fed says it plans to gradually reduce the $4.5 trillion it holds in bonds and financial securities, part of the cost of stabilizing the world's largest economy. Arcega for VOA News, Washington.